And Jalen Hurts, 4 touchdowns, 5 incompletions, no A.J. Brown. Again, not a lot of yards, and he did fumble on that tush push, but you're allowed to, evidently. He is 7 touchdowns and 9 incompletions his last 2 games as he starts rising up the mountain.
This is such an insult for so many reasons, and I just went off. I have so much data, so much stats. I am going to destroy this right now, just like Jalen Hurts has been destroying everyone right now. The fact that he is on the same level of Dak right now, even Josh Allen, below Stafford, makes absolutely zero sense, and I can't wait to get into it. Oh my god, I can't wait to show you what I have in store. I've been working hard all day. I'm recording this the day before that you're seeing it right now because I'm actually going to be in the hospital with my mom, my dad. My dad's getting surgery, so I look forward to reading the comment section because I'm posting all this stuff. I'm trying to make as many videos as I can to be able to post on Wednesday, today, when you're watching this. So Philadelphia Eagles fans, if you guys can please rise up, if you guys can please watch the full length of this video and subscribe. You guys know when you guys show up, when you watch the full length of video, when you watch and subscribe at the same time, I mean, this is what happens. We add hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of subscribers. The views go through the roof. I'm telling you all right now, this next time period right now is just a little intense, and I'm holding on, and I'm going all in on this channel. I'm trying to do everything I possibly can to create the greatest and best possible sports community, something that is firmly rooted in this sports talk world. And I'm going all. I'm doing everything I can. I'm doing everything I can, and I think you'll love what I have in store for you right now. So let's jump right into it, and we are going to start with the lowest of hanging fruit, and then we are going to keep getting after it because the disrespect of Jalen Hurts right now is insane. Before I show you the graphics, before I show you the numbers that I have, I want to know why Baker Mayfield was at the top of the mountain, why Dak Prescott was top 3, why when these other quarterbacks are having success, they get up to the mountain. They're either first, second, or third. But Jalen Hurts can't quite get there. Please tell me how any of that makes sense when Jalen Hurts has been putting the Eagles on his back. So I don't want to hear how is Dak Prescott bona fide in the MVP conversation? Baker Mayfield bona fide in the MVP conversation. Drake May bona fide in the MVP conversation. Matthew Stafford bona fide in the MVP conversation. But Jalen Hurts, crickets. Why? Makes no sense. Let's just look at the last 2 games alone first. In the last 2 games, he had nearly a perfect passer rating. I mean, he did the one game. 155.2, which is first in the NFL, of course. Passing touchdowns, because he can't pass. 7, first in the NFL. A 79.1% completion percentage, second in the NFL. Yards per attempt, which apparently Nick loves, one of his favorite stats. 11.7, first in the NFL. And passing yards, 9th in the NFL with 505. But what about the deep ball performance? Because apparently that's where he's been struggling. Deep ball touchdowns, 4, first in the NFL. Deep ball yards, 255, first in the NFL. Deep ball completion percentage, 66.7%, second in the NFL. And deep ball passer rating, 149.3 passer rating, second in the NFL. You all realize that Jalen Hurts' deep ball numbers are better than the vast majority of short yardage throws? Because, again, everyone's kind of talking about that Jalen Hurts, he doesn't spread the field, he doesn't throw the ball deep. Okay. Now, let's jump right in to why it's ridiculous that Jalen Hurts is on the level of Dak and below Matthew Stafford. I'm not even going to address Drake May right now because with the rich tapestry, what is the rich tapestry of Drake May right now? What is the rich tapestry? Oh, it doesn't exist? Okay, got it. Jalen Hurts, 1,677 passing yards. Dak Prescott's got him beat. Oh no, 2,069. Matthew Stafford, 1,866. What about completion percentage? 70.2%. Dak's got him beat, 70.3%. Matthew Stafford, 66.1%. So Jalen Hurts higher completion percentage than Stafford, less passing yards than both of them. Oh no. What about passing touchdowns? 15 for Jalen, 16 for Dak, 17 for Stafford. But what about interceptions? Dak Prescott, 5 interceptions. Matthew Stafford, 2 interceptions. Jalen Hurts, only 1. Better touchdown to interception ratio. What about passer rating? Because Jalen Hurts is not a good passer, has a higher passer rating than both of them at 114.4, 101.6 to 109.3. But what about average depth of target? Because Jalen Hurts doesn't throw the ball very deep. Well, he's got 9.1 average depth of target, deeper than Dak Prescott at 7.6, and just 0.4 below Matthew Stafford. Okay, so got him slightly beaten some passing. Good thing quarterbacks need to do both these days in 2025. Jalen Hurts, 207 rushing yards to Dak's 87 to Matthew Stafford's whopping -2. -2. So who actually has more total yards? Oh, that's right, Jalen Hurts. Rushing touchdowns, 5. Dak Prescott, 1. 0. -2, 0. -2, 0. -2, 0 for Matthew Stafford. So now Jalen Hurts has more total yards, less total turnovers, more total touchdowns. He's a couple hundred shy of Dak's total yards, but clearly has him beat in total touchdowns and clearly has him beat in total turnovers. Who's been better so far? Must be the deep ball then. Deep ball completion percentage, 47.2% to Dak's 45.7% to Stafford's 47.2%. Tie goes to Stafford and Hurts. But wait. Jalen Hurts has more deep ball touchdowns, 6 to 4. Dak only has 3. Dak also has 2 interceptions. Yikes. How about average depth of target? 30. 28.3 for Dak, 27.6 for Stafford. So he throws deeper, yet the same accuracy and more touchdowns and more yards. 639 to 547 to 566. How about passer rating? Deep ball passer rating, 133.1 to 97 for Dak, yikes, and 130.6. Now, this has been the whole season, by the way, if that wasn't clear, obviously. And again, since it's a rich tapestry, okay, then let's go to playoff record. 6-3 for Dak, 2-5 for Stafford, 5-5. So Hurts has more wins and less losses. Okay, got it. How about Super Bowl appearances? Jalen Hurts, 2. Dak Prescott, come on, laugh out loud. Matthew Stafford, 1. So he's got more Super Bowl appearances. How about Super Bowl MVP? Jalen Hurts, yes. Dak, come on, you're being cruel here. Asking if Dak Prescott has a Super Bowl MVP. Well, he did play pretty well in the NFC Championship game. No. Was that Romo who was in the NFC Championship game? No. Oh, it was Nick Foles. I got confused. Nick Foles won the Super Bowl, though. And he has a Super Bowl MVP, too. I'm getting a little confused right now. Okay, so Dak doesn't have any Super Bowl MVP or Super Bowl appearances or NFC Championship games or anything like. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm getting myself confused. Did Matthew Stafford won the Super Bowl, right? But he won the Super Bowl MVP. He was the primary reason why they won. Oh, he didn't win the Super Bowl MVP. But Jalen Hurts was on the stacked roster and was carried by his team. Oh, well, now I'm confused. But it was because Jalen Hurts had amazing receivers. That's why I assume then Stafford didn't have amazing receivers. Oh, he had he had Cooper Kupp. Oh, he had OBJ. Okay. Okay. But I guess his defense was really bad then. Oh, no, he had Aaron Donald and Von Miller. Oh, okay. And they beat up Joe Burrow. Oh, they had to play Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals? They didn't have to play the dynasty of the Kansas City Chiefs. They didn't have to face the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. They had to face Joe Burrow as a young quarterback in his first ever Super Bowl with a coach who is looking like he's going to get fired? Okay, got it. Okay, that makes sense. I got it. Makes sense. Well, lucky for you, I also have the Super Bowl stats because we know Jalen Hurts can't win many ways. He has to be carried, so I assume then a lot of his numbers would be less than Stafford, since Stafford is just all of it, right? Where Jalen Hurts is not. Well, completion percentage, Jalen Hurts owns that, 73.3% to 65%. Passing yards total, 525 to 283, but that's not fair. Stafford went to only one Super Bowl. Hurts went to two. I know Hurts, I guess, is hurt now because he's good enough to have his team get into multiple Super Bowls, but 262.5 passing yards per game, pretty good, to Matthew Stafford's 283. Okay, so Stafford hasn't beat on passing yards. Yards per attempt, though, 8.8, 7.1. How about passing touchdowns? 3 to 3. How about interceptions? Jalen Hurts has played in 2 Super Bowls, but only has 1 interception, where Stafford has 2 interceptions? I don't know. Passer rating, right? That doesn't do with totals. That's just, he hasn't beaten on passer. 109.4. Matthew Stafford didn't even have a 90 passer rating in the Super Bowl. How about rushing yards? Dual threat, 2025. I mean, come on. You got to be a dual threat quarterback. 142 yards total. Stafford, 6. Is that right? Yeah, it's right. 6 whopping rushing yards. Rushing yards per game, 71. Broke the record twice. This is rushing yards per game. Matthew Stafford, 6. Rushing touchdowns, 4. To Stafford's 0. Total touchdowns, 7 to 3. How about total yards per game? Because again, it's not fair that Hurts has gone to multiple Super Bowls. 333.5 yards per game to 289 yards per game. That's a lot more. Seems like one quarterback does a lot more for their team. 3.5 touchdowns per game. Stafford, 3. And points per game, 37.5 to 23. And the Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts, we already know, won that. And for Stafford, no. His wide receiver won. So, whether we want to look at it just this season, Jalen Hurts hasn't beat. Whether you want to look at it as this season and a rich tapestry, Jalen Hurts has a beat. So then, how is Jalen Hurts on Dak's level? How is he below Stafford and Drake May? Where does any of that make any sense? It makes 0 sense. It makes none. Why is it when Baker Mayfield had a couple good games, he was at the top of the mountain, and Dak was top 3? Jalen Hurts literally is dominating, annihilating, who's also missing receivers like Dak and Baker, and was missing offensive linemen, multiple, like Baker, and I think maybe Dak. But yet Hurts is still so low. Maybe is it because Dak beat Jalen Hurts and Stafford beat Jalen Hurts head to head? Oh, he didn't? Okay. Never mind then. But remember when Mahomes did beat Jalen Hurts? Oh no, he hasn't, and he hasn't even beaten Jalen Hurts in a few years now. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, makes sense. Weird. I don't know, man. I'm struggling to make sense of it. What's the story here? I don't know. It is funny though, because throughout this season, every time I saw Baker ahead of Jalen, I was like, "Are you serious right now? This is crazy." Now Baker's falling. Hurts be climbing. And listen, as I said when I did the whole mountain before, like, I think Drake May has been great. Drake May has been amazing. And if this was a single season mountain, then we could, you could start to have the real arguments about, you can put Drake May ahead of Patrick Mahomes right now. Drake May has been balling. But when we start to combine the rich tapestry, accomplishments, all last year and the year before and onward, all we heard was, well, Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl champion, blah, 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 8-0 record, 7-0 record, haven't lost since Christmas, all that. And then it's just like, why does none of that apply for Jalen Hurts, the literal reigning Super Bowl MVP, who's playing out of his mind this season? It just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. And then why do we have this? I mean, I'm not even going to play this clip because I don't even care. But Mangini once hurts me to say this, but I love Jordan more. You want to move Jordan Love up more? That's who you're picking right now? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I lied. It's so ridiculous. I have to play this for you.
Ability for that offense to be more explosive because of him, I think is the reason that I would move Jalen Hurts down, because he tends to limit it as a passer.
He limits it. I'm pretty sure I just went on a whole rant and explained to you how Jalen Hurts has not limited this offense at all, especially from a big play ability. I mean, the big play numbers prove that. But what I really want to know is Brew's MVP ballot. Where is Jalen Hurts? Where is Jalen Hurts? Again, Baker was up there. Dak was up there. I mean, it's been a party. You got Jordan Love now. You got Patrick Mahomes. You got Stafford. You got Drake May. You got Taylor. No Jalen Hurts at all? Really? Really? Why? How? Who? Where? When? Like, what? Huh? Jalen Hurts gets no MVP consideration right now, considering what he's been doing. I mean, that's just kind of crazy. That is insane. He literally carried the Eagles week 1 against the Dallas Cowboys, okay? He played flawless. I know it wasn't for 5,000 yards, but he played flawless on the road against the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, I know the box score wasn't huge, but he made the biggest play of the entire game when he was getting crushed, and throws the ball deep to Devontae Smith to ensure that victory. And then he plays amazing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He stages a comeback against the Los Angeles Rams. He puts the Eagles on his back again against the Minnesota Vikings, having a perfect passer rating with some of the most insane throws that I showed you the highlights for. This wasn't just him dropping back and just, throwing to open receivers here. This was him making insane throws, 3rd and long, 4th and long, whatever it is, to ice the game, to take the lead, whatever it may be. Again, a perfect passer rating. Played out of his mind. I think it wasn't all of his touchdowns, all deep ball touchdowns. Just insane. Even the play to ice the game that he threw the ball to AJ was him. Actually, if you actually watch it, Orlovsky highlighted it perfectly. Jalen Hurts was purposely, the way how he was pointing and doing things, he was purposely manipulating the defense. He was purposely manipulating the defense, understanding what the defense wanted to do, manipulated them, let AJ Brown know what he wanted to do. That was it. That was Jalen Hurts. That was Jalen Hurts. Also, while he was getting crushed, because Saquon Barkley just kind of was like, I don't know what Saquon was doing in that moment, but had a free rusher right at him. Boom, iced the game. And then the following game crushes the New York Giants. And again, in a game that, yeah, they beat them good, definitely. And it's not like the Giants are this amazing team, but throughout the course of that game, there were moments when it's like, okay, this can get weird. Jalen Hurts picked up huge conversion, specifically with his legs. With linemen down, no A.J. Brown. Throwing beautiful balls to his wide receiver 3, Dotson, a receiver that nobody wanted. Nobody wanted. Who he also threw, by the way, an amazing pass to in the Super Bowl. But again, we only want to talk about when other quarterbacks throw to other receivers, right? Or, it's always like, Juju Smith-Schuster, or, people are trying to downplay Ibuka. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy. The Jalen Hurts disrespect is it's just endless. It's boundless. It knows no bounds. I mean, you want to single out Jalen Hurts to elevate Jordan Love or something. You want to so easily, casually put Baker ahead of Jalen Hurts. You want to put Jalen Hurts on the same level of Dak right now, below Stafford, below Drake May. I mean, could you imagine if Dak or Baker had won a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP last season, this past season, and they were now having the season that either they're currently having right now, or Jalen Hurts? In no way do I believe that if these roles were reversed, that Dak Prescott would be on the level of Hurts, or that Baker would have, or that Hurts would have ever been above Baker or something. And in no way would they have elevated, Drake May or Stafford. It would have just been like, that Baker Mayfield, record-setting Super Bowl MVP, Dominic carrying the Buccaneers through all the injuries and blah, blah, blah. And it would have been like, But with Jalen, it's, I don't know. I didn't like that half he had. Okay. He limits the offense. He limits their big play potential. I mean, the explosive play rate right now for the Philadelphia Eagles is 6.1. The Green Bay Packers are 6.3. And again, that's with the Eagles dealing with a brand new first-time offensive play caller and a damaged O-line and a run game that they can't get going. And that's Jalen Hurts limiting? But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Jalen Hurts being the sixth quarterback right now, according to Nick Wright, behind Dak Prescott, behind Drake May, behind Matthew Stafford, behind Josh Allen, and of course, behind Patrick Mahomes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. As I said, we are building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.